Yo, what's up, Martinez? The world is treating you well, friend. That's probably too loud. Oh, it's definitely too loud. There we go. It's probably better there. In the dark on the draw. We do have an awful lot of lands to draw into. Opponent is on no companion. So... let's assume we're going to draw nothing but lands, and that an early Valakut into Dryad will be good. Malachir Meyer. No grief. Saga's a good draw too. So, let's see. 53... Oh, Chaos, I forgot to tweet about it. I'm just not, I'm not doing it today. I just, sorry. I know I said I was going to schedule him, and I forgot to include that piece of information, which is part of the reason I'm not doing it. Yeah. But I'm sure within a reasonably soon time frame, he will return. Okay, so we're going to have to deal with Kaldra here, but I'm not particularly concerned about it. I maybe should be, but oh, okay. No, I mean it's a little column A, little column B. There we go. It's probably better there. This thing. Jeez, this deck loves to do this to me. There's triple Titania. So Saga, I mean, I can use it next turn for the token. It's not really, yeah, I don't need to do that. All right. You're running Tron 3.0 right now? That sounds like fun. Oh, what a top deck, huh? Oh, yeah. Love that. Alright, so... let's turn off their potential responses. Tron always has it. I mean, when I played it, it didn't, right? So... I mean... are they going to ephemerate? Perhaps? Come on. Yeah, they're going to ephemerate. Just going to get Batterskull. Unless they have a sort of Fire and Ice to grab. No, it's Batterskull. That's what I thought. Don't do the thing again, Zach. Don't do the thing again. Good episode of This Week in Modern? Yeah, I think it was. A little bit longer. People have enjoyed the reduced visual effect. Okay, they're doing this upkeep, but this ephemerate's getting countered anyway, so I'm not 100% sure what. Chalice doesn't say if you cast it from your hand. Chalice just says if you cast it, so You do cast cards off of Rebound. You can also choose not to cast the cards off of Rebound. So I'm assuming they thought they were going to flicker their Stoneforge. I would like to draw a land. Okay, that's basically better than drawing a land. What are your thoughts on that Chancellor deck running around cascading? Do you mean Glimpse of Tomorrow? Because if you mean Glimpse of Tomorrow, I have a video of me playing a Glimpse of Tomorrow deck on the channel. And I think it sums up my thoughts really well. But I guess the most important thing to know about it... Is this Dismember? Oh, Solitude. Yeah, sure. I guess the most important thing to know about my opinion on it is I think it's a really annoying deck to exist. It's fun to play online, but the way it interacts with the game of Magic is really going to be frustrating for paper. Just with having to track your triggers and such. I think decks with play patterns like that are not good for the game, generally speaking. So it's funny until you realize it's good, and then it's awful for everyone who actually has to play with or against it. I mean, not with it. I mean, the person playing it, it's fine, although it's probably very taxing in paper play. So, I think that covers it pretty well. So my opponent has 3 creatures. 2 of them have lifelink, so they're virtual 27. And I can make... Oh, they're just going to re-equip the Batterskull if I block here. So they're just getting a free 4 life points here. But I should force them to do it because that means they tap out, which means Dryad is able to go to town next turn. Not go to town, potentially do more than he would otherwise. I guess it denies me 5 damage. But I don't know that I want to go all in against a deck that could have copies of Damn. So they're going to be a virtual 32. And I can make 35. So I can have 40 points of power. They'll be at virtual 32. Oh, 31 now. Oh, 30 now. Because if they equip this to either of these creatures... Oh, if they equip it to the Stoneforge, they gain 1 more. So they gain 8. And then I think I wipe them. So let's make double sure. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 damage. 2 of it gets blocked, so they take 30. And they go to exactly 22 plus 3, 25 plus 5 is exactly 30. I think they're exactly dead. If I go all in. Yeah, I'm gonna let's set the tone for tonight. Let's set the tone for the night. Math is for blockers? No, in this case I did the math as the attacker. Oh my god, they could have another Solitude. I've gone too far. That's fine. Whatever. I'm going to assume we'll get him over 2 turns then. Yeah, yeah. Of course I realized it like a half a second too late. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it at any point. It's not going to change how I'm doing anything here, opponent. Yeah, they have it. Of course they have it. It's possible I still end up winning. Oh, no. What were you paying costs on? What? How is named the Black Force? They asked me in the chat. Force of Despair. How is named the Black Force? Paying costs for the rent living in my head, right? Holy, did I get raided? No, these 13 people wander in of their own poor judgment. I guess Pithing Needle's okay here. So Pithing Needle and Courser both seem fine. Soul Guide Lantern's probably unnecessary. It said 500? I don't think that it did. Unless there was a bug on your end. I guess Selesnya Charm can exile the Cauldron token, but I think having 4 answers for that is enough. I can open it if you want, Alex. I just kind of wanted a chill night tonight. That's why there's no Randy. That's open now. Oh, Mike's going to have me do one of the pre-releases at Face. Yeah. Randy's out choking Tron players. I probably just could have cut one of the lands there. I don't think I need the Ghost Quarter in this matchup. Is this... Is this keepable? It's got 4 lands, 2 Titanias. Yeah, it's probably keepable against a Grief deck. And again, like, you could try to mull to something like Prismatic Ending, but they're just going to yoink it out of your hand. So, like, just keep your 7s as long as they're playable in these kind of matchups. And then if your deck is reasonable in the matchup, you'll draw out. You got to have faith for faith for faith. See? Of course, if they grief on 2, then we get got, but that's fine. Sometimes that's how it be. You don't think it be like it is, but it do. Say hi to Mike for you? I will. No, I'm not going to see him. He's going to be in Montreal running their stuff, apparently. Yeah. They waited until turn 2. Which I think is a smart move a lot of the time for these decks. You do want to make sure that you have grief in either your opening, but you don't actually have to grief on turn 1 most of the time with this deck. Especially if you know you're against a non-discard deck. Tell him to bring you a sandwich. I mean, I will, but by the time it gets there, it's probably not as good as most of the ones you can get in Toronto. There's a lot of really good sandwich places in Toronto. Did you ever go to that place that's near ANC? Yeah, Malakir Rebirth, sure. So now I lose Prismatic. Do they not have the second land, though? That's the real question. Or do they just have, like, a Thoughtseize? No, it's just tap land. I actually forget the name of it, but it was across the street from... I meant to fetch on end step, but this will work. Hey, what's up, Phoenix? I gotta look up what the name of the place is. It's this amazing sandwich place that's like right next to Smoke's Poutine. The name of the place is... It's not on the map. No, it's just not on the map. It's like next to the Tim Hortons, next to the 7-Eleven, next to the Smokes Poutineery. But it's not on the map. So if I play the Saga on 2... It's just what the rental service gave me. If I want to buy these from Face, by the way, I have to get them all foil etched. They don't have any non-foil of the retro frame. Sorry, so if I play the Saga this turn, by the time I get to turn 5, yeah, we're good. So I can get a blocker in here. Yep. That's right, Alucartes. 1 token and 1 search Saga, yeah, exactly. And we get a blocker in between, which is not insignificant. 3 damage per turn is a long clock. 5 damage per turn is not as long. Good draw. You've heard of another local place that might have some of those Titanias? Is it 401? Because if it's 401, I'll get them there if they're a competitive price. I don't mind patroning 401. Good people. Mm-hmm. Little bit of the 401. Is that up there by that highway? Solitude? Son of a bitch. Well. Yeah, I was in the same place a couple days ago, Phoenix, but then I recovered. Yeah, a lot of people seem to have forgotten that Titania was in MH2. So we're just running back last game here. Doesn't Fournier work at 401? He did last time I knew anything about the situation, yes? I did not end up buying them. That's why I said I recovered. Or I made some jokey answer that was adjacent to I recovered from the situation. M knows all and sees all. Unless he's, in a mood. Yeah, I think it's not unreasonable to buy. I mean, I definitely have... There are definitely some decks I really like where I would like to own Ragavans, but I think by and large my play style is not it's not something I want to buy, so I'm not going to. Because I just did a trade-in where I could easily do that, and I'm just going to choose not. And I'm going to commit to that. There are a bunch of Sagavan decks. Or wait for it to be banned in Legacy where it'll drop down to be up 50 then buy? Yeah, maybe. It's certainly possible. I don't think it's that likely, but it's possible. And it might take a while longer. It took over 6 months or around 6 months for Wrenn and Six to get banned. Wrenn and Six is getting a reprint, which I'm really happy for all the people who haven't bought in yet, because they were getting a little ludicrous in price. Good old Double Masters 2022. What is Jeskai Nahiri? What? The monkeys are in Jeskai Nahiri? I have confused. I don't want to go too far down here. Am I just taking 3? No, I can get the mana here. We can just go block, block, block. Yeah, we'll be fine. Spike was sideboarding them in Jeskai earlier today. Oh, yeah, I mean, sure. I thought Jeskai Nahiri was a Chalice deck. The one that he was playing before. That was kind of his, that was General Ferrus Rockrick before he played General Ferrus Rockrick. Before he made the Ferrus Rockrick deck, he made like a meta attacking deck that was like Nahiri and Chalices. Stoneforge? Yeah, that's fine. It's getting Cauldra. Cauldra is going to be a pain. Not as much of a pain as that. Wait, what? Why did this happen this way? And not that I mind, but okay. His use of Chalice was almost strictly for 0, though, in that variant. No, it was not. I saw him kill a lot of people with a Chalice on one. It was kind of like the prelude to like the new Wafo Tapa decks, where you just play Prismatic Ending. It was the same with Ferrus. He was playing Chalices in that deck too. Yeah, I think you might be thinking of something different. It didn't catch on, so it never got a catchy name or like a meme on in his chat. So that might be why. Man, E's really good against this combo. I guess I want to crack this clue now. Yeah, this is not a good spot to be in. There's no way for Zuran Orb and Titania to get around this engineered explosives. I needed a... Nope, that wouldn't even work. Heath works okay, though. This is kind of best case scenario for me. So let that go, and then I can fetch to make a elemental. So they can only attack for 5 here. So going to 3, that's fine. Not great, but certainly acceptable. Aren't we all, Alex? Aren't we all? Good draw. Smashy? No blocks, just going to 1. Opponent is stone cold. So I can use Titania to put in... I can go to 1 and put in 9 toughness. But because this has trample, that doesn't work. So we have to play Dryad and use this elemental. So the Dryad can go here. No, it's not good enough. Am I mathematically dead because I attacked with both? I think I am. Fetch, Titania, fetch gives me 9 toughness. But I go to 1. Yeah, I think I'm just dead there. Can you explore to look for the Valakut kill? No, but I can explore to look for a Prismatic Ending. Valakut kill, I don't think... Oh, no, yeah, that would work. Yeah, that would work too. Yeah, that definitely works too. Okay, so we have a lot of outs off this. That ain't it. No, is it? It is. It is. That works. Because now I have double fetch plus 4 toughness. Perfect. Good man. So if they have a piece of removal, we die. If they don't, we should win. Unless the piece of removal is Solemnity. Solemnity? Yeah. No, Solitude. The deck plays Maul of Skyclave. I mean, if they have it, I'm dead, and it doesn't matter, right? Like, there's no... Oh, no, this isn't good enough anyway. Because I still have to take the 1. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Did bad combat math over the 2 turns. The 2-turn cycle got me killed. Yeah. So last game I got them to exactly 0. This game they got me to exactly 0. We don't need this Ghost Quarter. Let's get this Explorer back in here. This is probably good enough. I didn't think it would be, but... Hush stops a lot of stuff. It stops the Skyclaves. It stops the Stoneforge Mystic. It stops a lot of stuff, so it's definitely worth having. In game 1, I didn't see as many cards in their deck as I did in 2. It's a good hand. It just doesn't have enough lands. Yeah, it's pretty good. Especially if I don't get turn 1 discarded. Which I almost definitely will, but... I think I'm bottoming a Saga here? I think so. Or the Prismatic Ending. Bottom the Ending, I guess. No, that's crazy. Because if they have discard into Stoneforge, I need it. Yeah, alright. Put almost a 5? Alright, we got them. Their deck finally actually gave them a set of hands that are, like, normal. What were people calling this deck before? Sewer Blade or something? There was something to do with sewer. Does anyone remember? I wasn't paying enough attention, but I know some people were on a complete tear with it in queues. Calling the deck Sewer is a ringing endorsement? You think Sewer is the nickname for black-white discard decks? It might be. They're playing the Zart's version with 4 Grief, 4 Solitude, and a bunch of blanks. It hasn't seemed like that many of the elementals, but that might just be like what we've seen. Because it's for lousy rats. Got it. He's hoping for Stoneforge. If they Stoneforge, I think they're done. It's going to be Grief Ephemerate. Rats. Rats are cute. Rats are cute. Rats are adorable. Wild rats, like wild anything, are not particularly adorable, but... He main decks Sword of Light and Shadow and Sword of Truth and Justice in the sideboard. Now that's a baller. Nazart is even playing Shriek Maws. Got clapped earlier. He or they did, or you did by them? Is it Malakir? Oh, Undying, sure. Goodbye, Prismatic Ending. You got clapped by Naz. Okay. Not what I wanted to draw. The other games I was Titania flooded. This game, definitely not that. My opponent's many mulligans were not sufficient. Isn't the clap a name for gonorrhea? I thought it was something else, but it's definitely something that is curable by antibiotics. Been playing Yawgmoth and Paper. Almost no one at face knew how it worked. Yikes. They're going after me. Fair. The Clap is a song by the Wiggles, I think, from Disney. Isn't that Australian children's music group? What is this? Stoneforge? Not Fracture. Oh my god, brutal. Well, that sucks. No, I mean, I'm sure it's a song by some children group, and in that context, it is innocent. But that is just as funny as all the adult humor in the average Disney movie. Clap's chlamydia. Yeah, that's right. That's 100% correct. Yeah. It's not gonorrhea. I knew gonorrhea sounded like close but not correct. But like I'd be willing to bet that it's that one. All right, opponent, you do not have removal and you never have. Nobody plays removal. Removal is fake news. Yeah. Damn it. Oh! Alucartes with the fact check. I got. Are they going to scry or are they going to slip slide? You got a joke? Fortnite Secret Lair. That's a good one. It's funny because it's true. Jeez. Deck is just not not given us? Chlamydia apparently is the clam. Okay, I believe that. Ready for Chun-Li versus Gandalf Tribal. I don't know that you are. I don't know that any of us are. Okay, they did scry and they went bottom. Okay, that's a good sign. Is it better in general to leave the lands in your deck for Wrenn value? So what I found out from Fran F. Paulus is with this deck, what you can do is you can get your Zuran Orb and then sacrifice them into your graveyard. And from that point, you can then pick them up and cycle them. So you actually kind of get both with this deck a lot of the time without having to play games like that. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, but why not? ¿Por qué no los dos? All right, I'm going to keep this in case I draw Dryad. They have a draw step stop? So that means they have Ephemerate for grief? Nope. No, they did not. Fire draws? Yeah. Yeah, we've been ripping nothing but the hottest of fire here. Well, we don't just start cycling thickets. We also start, well, not start, but I'm going to recur the Saga too. I think I'm recurring the Saga first. No, I'm gonna grab the Thicket this turn because I have tons of other lands to play. I don't want to sack more lands than I have to. Right now I'm on 4 colors. So next turn we'll Prismatic Ending the Grief, assuming that they don't attack the Wrenn and Six. I think we're going to be okay from here, though. Yeah, Wrenn and Six is generally just a better Life from the Loam, but you could play Life from the Loam in a deck like this, and I used to play a deck like that. Yeah, they're splitting it up now. They see the writing on the wall. And in this case, I'm just going to take the 2 and preserve the construct for the next Saga. Wow. That's unreal. Wrenn and Six is Loam without having to pay 2 mana. Well, Loam does pick up 3 cards. I mean, that is significantly different. But I would agree that Wrenn and Six is generally better. I'm not saying it's not better, but I will say there's clearly a difference, right? I think I want the Saga. Saga's going to help me control the bleeding here. I don't need more cards than what I have. I have access to all the resources I need to win this game. This is a 30 land deck, yes. Yeah, they sack the Silent Clearing your spots. Good player. Yeah, we're gonna kneel clearing. The only other thing I could name is Stoneforge. Honestly, with them on as low cards, no, I feel like I should hit Stoneforge. I think if they play Stoneforge this turn, we could lose very quickly. Yeah. So I'd rather not. But next turn I make a 4/4 construct, which makes this construct a 4/4 construct. And then the next turn after that, we get the Shadowspear. And at that point, the game should pretty much be over. Even if this Wrenn and Six dies. And at some point, in theory, we should draw a relevant spell or creature. But we've actually been totally fine with basically no spells this game. Like, Saga is just carrying the whole category. It's picking us up in the hiking backpack and just, you know, it's reinvented it. It's revolutionized it, you know? Do I have the speech? I have the speech here somewhere. I know I transcribed it. Yeah, there it is. And if you don't put some respect on the name Urza Saga, I'm gonna slap you. So I'm assuming something's gonna happen to at least one of my artifacts here. Oh, nope. Okay. Am I willing to go to 1? Yeah, probably. I don't have to, though. I'll go to 3. As long as we have the ability to get the 6th land out, you can always orb in response to stuff. I agree. It's just like a weird instinct I have from like playing long enough that, and I think other players are the opposite of this, where like other players are much more able to be like blindly confident that like, oh, nothing can kill me here. And then for my case, unless I'm memeing, I'm usually more on the side of like, I don't have any reason not to do a little bit to play around things. That would be ludicrous, Kaya, for obvious reasons, but it's definitely something that could totally happen. What? We didn't think it would be that good in Standard. Card has no applications in Standard. How could it ruin anything? Ludicrous is a rapper. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. What? There are no Tron lands in Standard. It's fine. We thought it was fine. We thought it was fine. There are no Tron lands in Standard. There's no danger to anyone. Tron lands aren't real. They can't hurt you. So now I have 2 5/5s and the tracker to block the grief. Or I can split it up in a bunch of different ways. Anyway, I'm going to go all in on blocks this turn to just try to wipe their board and get this done with. Seriously. But actually, well, to be fair, Skull Clamp was a last minute change. Oko was a last minute change. Uro was not. As far as I know, Uro was like well tested with the version of Uro that we got that was obscene. Well, Tron's from Antiquities, so I mean, come on. I don't know. Never count out these decks, Shauna. Sometimes they hit you with a damn. And you have nothing left to say except for damn. (3-0) with Tron right now and never played Bonner before. It's that Randy Rootwalla. Opponent asked actual record. I said 1-0 now, smiley face. 1-0 Colindi. Oh, my opponent was a good human. I like that. That was a really, really good demonstrative match. Yeah, I would really be interested, Shauna, in seeing what Uro looked like in this meta. I really would be, because like Unholy Heat definitely would have made things a bit different. I would be 5-0, but Randy choked you out for playing Tron. As well he should. Oh my god, Alex. Secret Lair Death Row Records. That's funny. Chaos Theory. Yeah, and ending is definitely something that would be. But the Uro decks would be playing ending. You have to remember, the Uro decks would be playing ending. Oh, there was something I meant to do. So 53, 28, or let's go 29. So in this deck, if you're on the draw and you keep a one lander, you go 2, 1. Your chance of drawing your second land is only 79%. It's not that much higher. Hey, Fran. Just playing a little bit more of this deck because I really enjoyed it, and I played it like such a clown yesterday that I just wanted to have another go with it, so I didn't feel like an idiot. I managed to not Prismatic Ending into my own Chalice this time, so, you know. All the way from Argentina, by way of Los Angeles. Please welcome the man, the legend. Is it Palush? Or is it Palushki? I know it's got one of like the Polish style endings, but you cut it. It's Palush, right? You bet they're on Valakut? I bet they're on Cedric Phillips' wish list. I don't think Chalice is going to do crap against them. Any thoughts about Den of the Bugbear versus Valakut and creativity decks? Okay, so Den of the Bugbear is not a mountain, right? Pavlushik. Yeah. Again, I grew up in Ukraine town / Polish town, so like that's not as I said to you before, like that's way easier for me to pronounce than the way your online screen name is written. The way your online screen name is written is very, very awkward to say for most English speakers, I think. It's only the Z that shows it off, that screws it up. If it wasn't for the Z, it would be totally fine, but like F Paulus is fine, but with the Z, it's like F Paulus because we don't have like a silent Z. Anyway, neither here nor there. Now, Chalice on 2 is reasonable against them, and it's not too bad for us, especially with the Wrenn and Six down already, although might be a little bit too late. That said, Titania is going to put 10 power into play this turn. The I Wish Scapeshift was a good deck, yeah. I want to call it Wishful Titan. So they currently have 4 mountains in play, which means if they play a mountain into a Titan next turn, they can get Valakut +1 trigger, which is not particularly good on this board. But it may end up being more than good enough. I do want to sack this, even though losing life is not the best thing ever here, but we need to have it in the graveyard for this. I did call it Wishful Titan? No, I just mentioned the phrase wishful thinking. Yeah, okay, they had exactly Bolt. I wasn't actually expecting them to be playing Bolt. Obviously, I should have been. I just, for whatever reason, I thought they were like a not a Bolt deck for no good reason. I didn't mention you as a contender for the trophy race. How many trophies do you have? Although in theory, next turn I could Chalice on 3, which would be really good here. Shauna doesn't have MTGO. 3-0 right now for the first time in your life. It's a good all-time record. You have all of 3 trophies? Well, that's exactly how many I have, so... Okay, so they get to go for 1 Valakut trigger here? Which is not great against this board, but I figured you would, Cat. I figured the trophies I'm offering has nothing to do with it, but... They got double Valakut? Oh, opponent's playing the long game. We're probably screwed then. Even if I drew a second Titania here, we're probably done for. I don't think there's a way out. Titan Dash. Yeah, it feels like they're just going to go way over the top of us. And there's probably not too many decks that are non-Chalice decks that are good matchups for us. Like non-Chalice matchups decks for us. Expedition map, get Valakut, kill Titan. Yeah, that'd be the smart thing to do. Yeah. Thanks, team. I knew I kept you around for something. Couldn't figure out what it was, but now I know. And you know this Valakut card is like $30 in paper? Jeez, you know? Alright, so that's it for land drops. Let's just pick up the Saga. Yeah, it's $30. Canadian. CAD. Play Chalice on one? Yeah, why not? Better than keeping up a Bolt. Canadian dollar dues aren't even real? Damn right they're not. Yeah, maybe they need to Bolt to kill me. Yeah, we'll see. They don't have any extra land drops. If they just have a second Titan, we're definitely dead. So... Yeah. Yeah, I agree. They got the Wish. This gets Scapeshift and we die. Yeah. We needed to kill a Titan. I knew I wanted to Chalice on 3, but... Isn't Chalice on 0 to stop Pact? I think they don't play Pact. So... But I'm not sure. Hushbringer seems pretty okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Hushbringer and Selesnya Charm and... No. The hell? Alright, whatever. So now we're on the play. Shadowspear is good. Soul Guide Lantern, no. So Tracker is probably not the right card. Oh, we can cut a Chalice or two. I don't think I want to cut all the Chalices, because if we get up enough mana, Chalice is pretty okay. Obviously, blocking Wish would be, like, the biggest thing from their main deck. I don't think this is good enough. That is awful. That's the worst possibles. Alright, going to 5. That's not good, but I'll keep it. I'm going to ship the Shadowspear in the Blast Zone. Oh, I keep not looking at the lands. Although this is an okay Ghost Quarter matchup. Not a great one, but it's an okay one. Does this count as a Chalice on 3 hand? Huh? Like a hand with which I will play a Chalice X3? I mean, I guess so. The first hand. Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it was the second hand. I think the first hand was actually kind of okay, but it had like a Zuran Orb. Yeah. Search for tomorrow. Okay. Chalice on 3. Good old red-green Titan Shift. Just killing ya. Just deciding if, like, it makes any sense to Chalice on 1 or 2 this turn rather than just play Dryad. But I don't think that it does. I think we're just toast. In theory, Chalice on 1 could block a Bolt, which would ensure the Titania next turn, but that's not really going to get us where we need to go. I feel like it's got to be pretty pointless to Chalice on 2 here. No, I'm just going to play the Dryad. Hopefully we draw an untapped land next turn. That's a quality quote, Alex. Oh yeah. All right. We're good. I don't need to say anything more. Nothing we were gonna get there mattered. That is a god awful matchup. Holy damn. At least with regular Titan, they have some early permanents for us to interact with, but with Prismatic Ending. But that deck just does not care. I wonder how they're doing against Counterspell. Yeah, this deck, it just cannot go fast enough to beat something like that. That deck just goes land, go, and smiles. No, I just mean, like, there are plenty of counterspell decks that actually kill you at a reasonable pace. Yeah, blue-white control versus that deck would actually be an interesting thing to see. I think it would be surprising at how much it's the in favor of the red-green Titan Shift deck, but blue-white control does have some ability. Curve feels way too high with just explore as ramp. Yeah. The thing is, we're not supposed to be ramping all the time, right? Because we're playing interaction and stuff. And Dryad usually double ramps you. Well, Wren's not ramp, right? Like, Wrenn ensures you're going to hit your land drops, but it doesn't give you land drops faster. That's an important... Yeah. But like Dryad usually gives you multiple land drops. Usually, it's not often that a Dryad dies right away. Last seen on Jund. Jund should be a pretty good matchup for us. Not great, not bad, just very reasonable. Opponent on the play, though. I would like there to be a Wrenn and Six second from the top of my deck. I would like there to be a Wrenn and Six 2 cards down. Not the first draw step. Second draw step. Okay, it's not what I wanted, but this hand is kind of the nuts, so. Especially if my opponent's on Jund. Misty Rainforest, could be. Sad you never see Velomachus in anyone's leagues anymore. I mean, it's something you can be successful with. There's a lot of Unholy Heats ripping around right now, though. Ah, blue, red, Murktide. Rhinos, or is it? I mean, I would have assumed like a Cascade variant, but it could quite easily be blue-red Murktide, which apparently it is. Question I have is, what's the best spell to play here? I'm pretty sure it's Explore, because they're repping Counterspell pretty hard. Explore means I can play Wrenn and Six plus Chalice next turn. You can ask Zach. My online luck isn't. Oh yeah. Yeah, Phoenix has bad luck on Moto, generally speaking. You gonna counter that? You only have so many counters, opponent. Would you waste one on my gentle little land drop? They would. Which, quite frankly, I respect that. They if I get a mana advantage here. They sack the Islet. Good lord. Well, I guess let's kick him in the teeth. I wonder if there's playing Spell Pierce. It seemed like they were F6 there, so probably not. White, green. I have enough of both. Enjoy this little Murktide deck. No, Chalice on 1 is definitely... No, Chalice on 1 is insane against this deck. Very, very, very good. Now, if they immediately have the Murktide, it would have been a little bit problematic, but Expressive Iteration is definitely not. So I think we'll end up getting this one. Especially after that turn. So Titania into 10 power, or Wrenn and Six into Dryad. Wrenn and Six into Dryad gets me to 6 lands for this turn. With a fetch land in play uncracked, which means Titania next turn gets me 15 power. If they manage to cast a Murktide, it's going to be an 8/8. And if they have a second one after that, is it going to be lethal? Well, they only have 4. So it's only going to be a 7/7, and the next one wouldn't be any bigger. So 10 power is probably enough. But That's tough. So if I get 10 power, they get a Murktide. I can't attack. Then I can go up to 20 power. They can attack. I'll be at 10. Thanks, Alex. I think either way I end up in the same spot, but setting up Wrenn and Six Dryad faster is theoretically better. They have main deck a Braid? Oh my. Well, that's not good. I mean, it's fine, but it's not good. Respect. Okay, I'll put 20 power into play. All right. It's all you, opponent. They need Murktide plus another blocker to live. Or Murktide plus Bolt, I suppose. Or Unholy Heat. Okay. Crap. Wait. What happened? Oh, they bolted the second elemental. Alright, we're good. Probably. Put him at 2. It's all you, opponent. Poke. Got him. Main deck a Braid, huh? Wild. So Soulguide's good. Oh, this is the Explore out matchup. And then Tracker's probably not that good. I'm gonna go Tracker out for the Courser. This isn't boltable, which is kind of nice. Life gain probably won't be relevant, but it certainly can be. And then we really want to find a Prismatic Ending in the opening hand. Well, I don't have removal on 1, but I have removal on 2, which is about as good as we can reasonably expect. No play. Yikes. Not the greatest draw. Main deck a Braid in blue-red Murktide. That's probably pretty normal. I think I'm supposed to dodge the counterspell by just playing Saga here. I don't even need to play the Zorb. Just give them literally nothing to use their mana on. They have Thought Scour and Opt. Nope. They were just hoping to counter. Okay. You got me. Makes us in a bad spot to Moon. Yeah, but I'm a moron who didn't even consider that they play Blood Moon, because I always forget they play Blood Moon, because they're not Blue Moon. So, that's my thought process. Yeah, I mean... If I forget that Blood Moon exists, it can't hurt me, right? Zorb. This doesn't mean much, opponent. It's just going to make my guy a 2-2. Which I don't even need it to be. They ping themselves? Like, just voluntarily with no prompting? It's a weird, unforced error. Disrupt? I don't remember what Disrupt is. Remember to sack Saga for 2 life. Thanks, y'all. I definitely would have. Oh, Disrupt is hot. So I just wipe out their graveyard here, right? For sure. Yeah, just like 100% proactively wipe out their graveyard here. Play Saga this turn. I don't think I want to play Saga this turn. I think I want to play Saga next turn. Yikes. Yep. I'd had a nice construct once. No. So in the case of a fetch land, sacrificing it is part of the cost you pay. So you can only pay a cost with, like, once you're paying a cost, the thing is gone. So that's just, that just doesn't work. But in the case of sagas, sacrificing is something that happens when they have their equal to or greater than their maximum chapter number, as long as a triggered ability associated with that chapter is not on the stack. I know that's really complicated to hear, but basically, when their last chapter goes on the stack, they stay in play until that leaves the stack, and then they die. I don't know why. I don't know why they did it that way. They did not need to do it that way. It is needlessly complicated. But that's how they did it, so we're stuck with it now. And it makes explaining it a real pain in the ass. But it means that you can sacrifice a Saga with its final chapter on the stack. No problem. It was pretty necessary. Explain how. Why? I can't think of any of them that give a static ability that needs to be in play. Well, like, was it? How else would you do it? Just have it die when you put the last counter on it. Just have it sacrifice as soon as you put the maximum number equal to or greater than the maximum number of counters. Just have it die as a state-based action. Mending of Dominaria. I don't remember the exact text on it. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield and shuffle your graveyard into the library. You could just word the last trigger so that it doesn't do the mending. You literally just say, except for Mending of Dominaria, and it would follow that card into the new zone. Alright, so we have Endurance here. So I think on their turn, they're going to play Monkey and attack again. We're going to play Endurance to try to ambush it. They're going to counter that, but then that's going to give me space to do stuff on my turn. Pretty sure that's where I'm at. Yeah. Well, it's not EOT. It's going to be combat. But it should elicit a response. If you're going to dash a monkey, you might want to do it first. I see. Very well. Have at it. Please hit your land drop and then dash the monkey with one treasure up. Please. I want it. Whatever, we're still going to do this. El Delicio? Yeah. Sí, sí. Esta es El Delicio. Es muy macho. El Dryad. Alright, so we go Dryad, Wrenn and Six, fetch land, crush them. They could spell pierce a Wrenn and Six, so let's play the Wrenn and Six first. They have 5 card types, so they could kill Dryad. So we go Wrenn and Six, then Dryad, then fetch land, trigger, shoot the Dragon's Rage, and if they have the heat, get that too. As soon as I play the Wrenn and Six, I want to activate it. And I do have a target that I want to activate it on. Okay. I'm trying to do you proud, Mord. Trying not to punt at all. Randy Rootwalla does usually show up on Wednesday. He had contractual obligations. Oh, they're just F6, huh? All right, well, fine by me, opponent. Cool. Yeah, I can do it when I try. Like, when I think about things. Like, I managed to play around Spell Pierce, Unholy Heat, and I feel like there was something else. Muy caliente. El Dryad. Hey, look, it's that card I said they were going to have. Do I want to get a bolt in here? Yeah, I probably do. Just punch him in the face. Boop him on the nose. Oh, so someone asked about Zuran Orb. So Zuran Orb is a combo with both Titania and Wrenn and Six. And you may ask the question, how is it a combo with Wrenn and Six? I don't... What? It's not a combo with Wrenn and Six. But it turns out what you can do with Wrenn and Six is you can fetch your cycle lands out of your deck because they have basic land types. And then you can sacrifice them to Zuran Orb. And then you can pick them up again with Wrenn and Six. And then you have the ability to do the things. Am I getting upkeep heated? I am getting upkeep heated. With 3 card types? Are they gonna double up? Nope. Just okay. Whatever. Okay, opponent. You got that one. Guadalajara, Mexico. That's beautiful. So we just go Saga here. I did not do the math. It's possible I die next turn. No, it's not. It's, the Murktide can become a 9/9 at largest, I believe. And then hopefully Shadowspear helps. I am much more used to... You think Fetch was the play? It gains me 1 more life, but I kind of wanted to get the next Saga going more. Ending's a dead draw. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If I was thinking about that part of it at all, you're right. But I was thinking of the part where I go Shadowspear, equip, make another construct, gain the maximum amount of life next turn. Which involves me playing the second Saga. Okay, this seems okay. No, I don't mind. You guys enjoy. It's like when I was on cruise ships. Like, if people were ever speaking in Spanish around me, they'd be like, oh, sorry, we should speak in English because you can't speak Spanish. I'm like, no, I get it. Like, you guys want to speak in your language. It's fine. When you meet people who you can, learn about in your natural language, it's a big deal. So enjoy it. Yeah. So now the Prismatic Ending is not a dead draw and is, in fact, very helpful. Mord. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, for the love of God. I need this. I'm going to miss the second construct, right? No, I agree, Kat, but it's not like I have to moderate Mord and someone else he's talking to. I just don't... I know they're not... Like, it's fine. I don't need to moderate those guys. They're going to be... They're going to be good humans. So... No matter what, make a bazillion tokens to kill the opponent sounds like a great plan. Oh no, we're gonna miss the one construct because I want to Prismatic Ending the Dragon's Rage Chandler instead of taking 3. I think it's way more important. I'm just wondering. So either of these nets me 0 life, but the Ghost Quarter gains me a life. Yeah, it gains me a life, and it's like a free card draw. I'm removing this anyway. I'd rather put the Shadowspear on Courser. Because that... No, I'd rather put it on the Construct. Construct is more life gain. Alright, I'm tanking too much on this stuff. Alright, checking for a Chalice. I don't have a Chalice in play. Good. Alright. Now this time, if they have a second Murktide, I think... We won't die. Oh my god, we put him to 1. Could I have killed them? No. Okay. I don't think I could have killed them. Oh, sorry, over 9,000 stabs. Let me make sure the bot joins. Alright. Whether we're dead or whether we're not dead. Oh, I should have moved the spear, probably. If they have Dash Ragavan or some nonsense. I think second Murktide doesn't kill me, if I did the math correctly. Second Murktide plus a Bolt will kill me. But if they had the Bolt, they should have played it first to push the maximum amount of damage. And they die if... They die, period, from this position. They can't attack, and they can't not attack. They need to draw a bunch of removal, I think. We could get one more life by making the Construct force him to chump. Okay. So I want to keep the Ghost Quarter. If I Ghost Quarter myself, I get to gain a life. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, over 9,000. I fixed it. They only have 3 card types, but if one of the cards in their hand they can play as an instant, then they can get it up, which means I should probably... I should probably not cast anything. Not that I can. I'm just saying if I had the option to cast a spell, I probably shouldn't play into Counterspell, because Counterspell would let them... Well, but then they wouldn't have enough mana. I don't know. I think we've got this here. Looks pretty good. Guess they could borrow us. They can. Seems like a W. Could be. We can get Zuran Orb here too, which is going to keep us... No, it's gone. Damn. It's actually a pretty bad card. That's a really good card on top, though. So I think we just play Saga, swing with all, and see if we take it. But going to 18 in theory is better than anything else. And then we've got Dryad on top that kills them too. So they need a pretty superb hand here. We're definitely attacking with this Construct. And then if I'm attacking with this Construct, I'm also attacking with Courser. Is a way to do just Valakut them this turn. I don't have a way to draw a card. And there aren't enough mountains in this deck. So Bolt doesn't help them. Heat doesn't help them. It's got to be... It's like Borrower or Bust. Looks like Borrower. A Braid. Yeah, we're just dead. Map and GQ? But I can't draw any cards. I can't. I can never put Dryad of the Elysian Grove into my hand this turn. It's not possible. Yeah, we saw the Abrading game one, so that makes sense. All right, well. We were dead if we didn't attack. We were dead if we did attack. So at least I took the play to win line. All right, game 3. Jeez. Abrade twice coming in big. And they have engineered explosives, which like I can't do anything about it, but just to know about. Oh, I can. Well, I could Pithing Needle if I boarded it in, but probably better than Ghost Quarter, huh? Yeah. Losing the Zuran Orb early killed us there in the end, which is such a random way to die. It's a really, really good grindy game there. Double Murktide at the end was just too much. And, like, only just. But the second Saga was definitely a reasonable deal. So I think the way I played out the last couple turns was pretty good. Just didn't work out. This is really light on threats. And they have a lot better answers against Saga post board. Damn it. Sorry, I'm still not used to Leorin board needing me to turn it on. All right. Hey, Ozzy. I know. I wish I always did it. I really do, but I don't, and I can't change that. Leorin board used to hook itself up properly when I turned it on, and now it doesn't. Just like my ex-husband. Sophisticated mama. All right, opponent, you were definitely counting on that Dragon's Rage Channeler. No, I don't. I would not play Titan. All right, Opponent's tanking on this. I'll be right back. All right. They played DRC. Notorious DRC. It's fine. I'll take some land drops. Do we double Saga? Double Sagas across the sky? Nah, not a chance. Okay. Oh, I probably don't want to do that. I probably do want to do that. Usually if you want to... Oh, no, I don't. Remove auto yields. Turn off auto yields. Mord. I didn't know there was no cooldown on some focal. I think the reason why there's no cooldown on some focal is because I was like, well, nobody's going to have that many beans to be able to just spam it. No, more, don't. I mean, it only sounds like it's playing once. Oh, yeah. It probably has a cooldown in Leorin board because it can't send it twice. Yeah. Mord's been around here a long time. Mord's the man. Alright, looks like we're going to get tempoed out of this game. So the real question is... I mean, I don't know if it's the real question, but I think I'm just supposed to play Saga and pass here. Because it's just like they have played 0 counterspells so far. You don't know anything to me, Mord. Anything and everything that you've ever done since I have been around in your life has been on you. You hear that? I'm not taking any responsibility for your success. No. No. Oh, it's so big. I can't take that, opponent. It's too big. Oh, I needed 1 turn. Maybe we'll top deck the Selesnya Charm 1 time against Murktide. If so, we can play around the Spell Pierce. Add quotes 1 word. So... most likely they're holding on to their mana to bolt or heat this once I equip Shadowspear. That's not it. It's only a 5/5. And their channeler got shrunk there. So I think I'm supposed to go Shadowspear. But I don't think I'm supposed to equip it. If they have a bolt, they play the bolt, they flip the Channeler, and Murktide kills me. And that kills me no matter what. Especially because I already played my land, so I denied myself the potential life gain. I could have put myself to 1 that way. Damn. Well... Well... That's it. If they have a bolt, I'm doomed. There are several other things they could have where I'm not. My favorite commentary about some of the recent year was the okay, so we're going to 3. The comment that was basically along the lines of, yeah, nobody's ever written the horror movie where like the zombie apocalypse begins and then about a quarter of the country just doesn't believe it. They see the coverage and they go fake news. Obviously that specific phrase doesn't have to be there, but because they're putting me to 3. You have the bolt. Good God. Oh. I should have gone Pithing Needle on the first Shadowspear. God damn it. Or on the first Saga. There's nothing I could do. We're dead. God damn it. This card is way too good against this. Whoops. Well, I mean... Wait. Damn it. I thought they were going to let it go. I just tried. They're not falling for it. Yeah, we're dead. It's fine. They play that great. They're playing a good deck. They had a good sideboard plan. Like, we got. There's nothing I could do there. No? What no? There's no no. It's over. Zuran Orb? Oh, sure. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah. Maybe we still could have gotten through that. I forgot about the Zuran Orb. Sorry, I've just... Zuran Titania, you win? Well, not necessarily. But, yeah, it definitely could have. Yeah. I just wasn't thinking. You win might... Yeah, we weren't necessarily going to win, but we definitely could have won. And I didn't bother looking at it. I just... after the Braid in the previous game and that Engineered Explosives, I just was kind of done. Which is my bad. I shouldn't have done that. I'm not playing, like, I'm not making as many misplays as yesterday, but I feel like a lot more, like, mentally worn down there. But it's weird because, like, I played quite well against the black-white deck, and then we just got crushed by red-green Wish Shift. And then it was a good match, but, like, I don't know, them having the nut card at the end both games was really rough. Although I think we've done that in a couple of games already, so it's not really... I'll keep this on the draw. It's pretty good. I don't like drawing the Zuran Orb in the opener, but... You know what it was? I think in game 2... Yeah. No, I understand. The 10 life was the sticking point for me of 10 life might not actually have been enough. But it probably was. It almost definitely was. Well, I was going to go to 13. They were going to hit me for 8 again. Maybe. It's fine. Don't worry about it. If I had been more tenacious, we would have had a chance, but I just wasn't. Things hating out my Saga tokens is like my Mord getting... Yeah, it's open. Nobody's putting in. I told Alex it was open after he queried it early on, and he just didn't add anything, so... I don't think I want to ditch one of these Wrenn and Sixes. Like, if they want it, I think I'm going to make them work for it. So just ditch a Foothills here. Good. So we're against a black-red deck with Croxa and Lurrus. It's the first Lurrus deck of the night. That's kind of wild. That is not normal. It's going to be Dothy Voidwalker, right? I would assume. Heat. Wow, already on 4 card types. In black-red. That is not normal. Alright. Feeling pretty good here, though. I think if they have a fetch here, I'm... Yeah, okay, not a fetch. Good. Or Mishra's Bauble or Street Wraith. Oh, they can't have Street Wraith. How do you pronounce Cairns? Cairns. Cairns. The Graven Cairns. If you draw land, GG. Yeah. I think so. Nope. Nope. Fuck. No, not Cairns. Cairns. No, but seriously, Cairns. Well. Ugh. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing I didn't play the Orb out earlier. Yeah, randomly having Pro White is definitely a thing. Yeah, plan B, Golem tokens, exactly. I'll take the 4. That's probably one of the best draws in the deck right there. So, but if I get a construct this turn, I can't play Wrenn and Six. Which sucks. Also, but that's fine because the construct's just going to chump block here. But I can use this to get Valakut. Oh, my lands have all the colors. Sorry, I'm not used to playing with Dryad. So, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, we kill the Turok here. I think? Or I'm not going to have enough lands in play. I'm not going to have enough lands in play. But we can set up for it. For Saga Lantern. Yeah, Lantern's probably better than map for Valakut. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Get the Crocs out of there. We just get the Saga back. And then Construct can protect Wrenn and Six. Assuming they don't have something. I don't know, maybe map was better because I had Prismatic Ending for the... Damn it. For the Croxa. I'm not sure. That deck doesn't have any endurances in the 75 Halsey. Just jam them in there. So do I have to wipe out their graveyard or can I draw a card? I think I can draw a card because if I hit a land drop, this seems like it's going to be way better. I'm not saying it's a good idea in your Luris deck to play a 3 CMC card, Halsey. I'm saying if you want to do what you want to do... Here, I'm handing it to you. Like, that is a very good draw. Although it's not what I need. But that is. Perfect. That's even better. So Saga. Trigger. Get the fetch. Trigger. 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 Is that the right number of triggers? I think so. I think I said the right number of triggers. I did. Yeah. I'm gonna kill the Dryad. Wait. You're gonna kill the Dryad now? What is happening? I don't even know what this could be. Is it Coligan's command? Sure, sure. Yeah. I mean, whatever. That's fine. That's nowhere near good enough to keep up with this. Make me pitch? I don't understand. They just had to 2 for themselves. But they definitely needed to, so good for them. Yeah, make me discard. But like, yeah, there's the final. This is what happens after that happens because that doesn't do anything. Like what the whole thing they did there was, yeah. Pretty sure Urza blows up Titania and her whole island in the book. I don't think so. This deck is very good at beating up on Luris decks. Just don't touch his drum set, guys. He's very serious about that. All right, so endurance, good here. They play Croxa, which this is not good against. Explosives, yeah. Those all seem good. These seem good. Oh, we just take out the Explorers for sure. And then... I think I like Tracker in this matchup. I like Tracker in every matchup because I'm a sucker. Oh, we don't need Ghost Quarter. I mean, Ghost Quarter's not necessarily awful, but I don't think we need it. And then Blast Zone's probably not that good. Although they do play a lot of like valuable twos that get like resources invested into them. I think Blast Zone is definitely better against something like Hammer Time, but I really don't like the photorealistic lips in the background. I like the Hushbringer if this is the Hushbringer, but I really don't like these sort of photorealistic lips here. -1 land, -1 Titania, Kruphix. Okay, I can get on board with Kruphix. Hush your face. Face shall be hushed. If I were going to cut a land, it would probably be one of the fetches. Yeah, Titania's a little sketchy if you don't draw her early. Alright. We do have to be careful with relying on Saga, ever. You hate the Hushbringer art? I mean, I like it, like, in theory. I just don't... I don't like any photorealism in Magic art. Like, this makes me a lot more happy than this or this. And, like, these ones aren't even, like, photorealistic, but they're too realistic for my taste. I mean, this hand doesn't go anywhere, but, again, we're against a discard matchup, so I think we're okay. I think this hand is pretty slow, but it's got a Saga in the 4 lands, so... It's good enough. It's close enough for rock and roll. That makes this hand a whole hell of a lot better. I wasn't actually sure if they were playing Ragavan or not. Obviously, they should be, but it's you never know because some of these decks, they like opt out of Ragavan so that they can be a little less vulnerable to early removal. They already played 2 baubles, so there is some value to a Chalice on 0 in this matchup, but not if they've already played 2 baubles out. Chalice on 0 does block them from playing an EE on 0, though. That sucks a little bit. But we have an EE, so we can clear it. So we're going to play Chalice on 1 this turn, and then we can EE on 1 off of double green in the future. So, oh, they kept a 1-lander for this? Oh. Oh no, my little opponent. This. Chalice for 1 and explosives other time. Yeah. No, I can get off of this onto the thing. Yeah, they don't have any lands. Got him. Sometimes you just get free wins. Chalice deck. Well, I mean, we got beat by Blue Red Murktide and Scape Shift or Titan Shift made us look like chumps. So. Yeah, it looks pretty good, Halsey. I'm getting distracted by it. Wow, this hand is fire. So what are the odds that this is the control deck? Pretty high. So I'm just going to cast Explore here, because then I can go Tracker Fetch next turn if they don't have a counterspell. Or maybe it's not that deck, but either way, exploring this turn is fine. And they didn't seem to push anything on one, so probably didn't need the Chalice. Yeah, I just jam with Tracker here. Show me counterspell. What? Okay. I guess they could have had Prismatic Ending and Archmage's Charm and some Shark Typhoons and a Chalice of their own and Teferi 3. So it's not impossible for this to happen. Oh, okay, never mind. Mord, they're not going to brought back me. I'm not afraid anymore. I was afraid, but now I'm fine. You can change 2 Tracker for 2 Ramming Up Excavator. You certainly could. Petty Theft. Oh, maybe it's Rhinos. Maybe it's 4-color Rhinos. Double Flooded Strand is definitely like an odd open from them. Well, we'll see. I'm sure there's something we could be playing Alias. Like, you could definitely play Nahiri in this deck. I mean, it wouldn't be great, but you definitely could. 4 colors. This has to be Rhinos, right? Yeah, go for it, Halsey. Chill out. With the Brazen Borrower and this mana base, this has to be 4-color Rhinos. So I jam Chalice on 0 here. They're going to make 2 Rhinos. Then I go Prismatic Ending, Wrenn and 6, pick up a land, play the land. Wrenn first? Why? I mean, I guess there's not a lot of reason not to. For counter? Sure. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, it looks like they're F6'd. Okay, just F6'd. Am I just supposed to be mana efficient and jam the Tracker, or am I supposed to be mana efficient and jam the Clue? I think the Tracker is better. Yeah, that's not where they want to be. I mean, it could be something other than 4-color Rhinos, but I cannot imagine what. I am ready for Double Masters 2022. I definitely am. It's going to be good. The last Double Masters was one of the best reprint sets I have ever seen. So I think Double Masters 2022 is going to be a good time for Eternal formats in general. Okay. Yeah. Well, they haven't jumped the shark that hard yet, Alex. But one can assume that they will. I don't think there's any reason to hold the activation here. Ready for the Lord of the Rings MH3? I mean, it's not actually going to be like that. If anyone is unclear, it is very, very, very unlikely to be on a Modern Horizons power level. I'm not saying there won't be cards in it that don't enter the Modern card pool, but I will say I think it's very unlikely to be on the Modern power level. As the average set. And they scoop. Opponent disconnected there. Okay. So we want rhinos. Oh, sorry. Engineer explosive for rhinos. Soulguide Lantern's probably not relevant. But map and Shadowspear pretty much always are. Oh, borderless Wrenn and Six will be really hot. I don't think most of the rest of this is particularly good here. It's good that Secret Lair doesn't get put into Modern level of power. Not sure what you mean there, but I guess. Tracker would normally not be good in this match. I think we kind of got lucky in that game. And I think the Explorers are probably generally better. Wrenn and Six is getting reprinted in Double Masters 2022, Alex. No. It's not speculation. On the Wizards stream, when they announced it, they showed a picture of Wrenn and Six. So, like, if it's not being reprinted in that set, that is an insane thing to do to people. That is, like, very, what's the right word? Reckless. That would be a very, very poor. I don't think Wizards is bad at a lot of things, but that show seemed really tightly produced. Well, it would be misleading, but like misleading to the point of recklessness. Yeah, they did. They showed it on the stream when they said we're doing another Masters set and it's going to be Double Masters 2022. They showed Wrenn and Six on the screen. I mean, this hand seems pretty good. No, it wouldn't, Alex. Those are completely other things. No, the Fortnite Secret Lair is not going to destroy Magic. Now, that said, the universe beyond nonsense as a blanket group of things, I can't necessarily say that is no. We don't know. I don't think we know any other cards that might even potentially be in Modern or Double Masters 2022. But I would hope that they're putting in. I would hope they're putting in things like Force of Negation. Anyway, I do not like, the mechanically unique things were a bad idea. I don't like the digital only things, and I don't like Universe Beyond, but I don't think any of those things on their own is going to destroy Magic. Now, stretching the game out into design space where we're not, I don't know, there's definitely some amount of hesitance from me, but it's mostly because I don't like most of those things, so... I mean, I didn't like the Godzilla cards either, so... Unless you're just making a joke, Dead Confidant, in which case, haha, very funny. Alright, opponent. You can brazen borrow one of my things, but not both. Not both. Fair. I think so too, Alex, but I don't know. People like you and me, we don't matter enough to the bottom line. Also, I did buy into 4 of that Time Warp Secret Lair. They finally got me. I don't have double green for Titania. I was talking and I didn't check. All right, we're gonna draw it. Right. Ooh, that's really bad. It'll be fine, probably. Maybe not. There's I don't remember what they called it. Kaya, do you know what they called it? The warped time Secret Lair drop. They about to play what I think they are? Holy crap, they're actually playing Ardent Play. Okay. Word. Out of time. There you go. They're playing Subtleties and Cryptic Commands and Blood Moons, but they're not playing Force of Negation. Okay. Necessarily. Yeah, we get approximately a bazillion Secret Lairs. It is a lot. Like, it is not a small number. Oh, well. So I guess I get Expedition Map to fix my earlier mistake. Yeah. But I mean, it really feels like at this point, Kaya, there are approximately a bazillion of them. Like, it is nuts how many secret lairs there have been since they started the secret lair drops. I want to say it's north of 30, but it's just a ridiculous number. So if they have a subtlety here, we'll make them use it, I guess. They probably do. Listen, Alias, this isn't the 20th or the 30th century yet. We don't have advertisements in dreams. We only have advertisements on TV and on the radio and on big signs and on cereal boxes and soda cans and subway cars and blimps in the sky, but not in dreams. This is the 19th. All right. So I was off, but like not by as much as I assumed I was exaggerating by. Is it worth playing the Titania here? Yeah, almost definitely. Cool. We gotta get the fetch. Oh yeah, are you? Yeah, I guess you're counting the thing that isn't a secret lair, but it's like a secret lair, but it's definitely not a secret lair. What the fetch lands were the thing. The fetch lands were what I'm describing. You could both Titania and make a dude. I did, right? You mean with the I could have made a construct? Could I? I don't think so. Yeah, what was the fetch lands called? It was something that wasn't quite secret lair. Okay, so they can't be playing engineered explosives. I don't know if they have an app for this, but whatever. I will attempt to crack you for 10, opponent. Ultimate Secret Lair, yeah. Or no, Secret Lair Ultimate Edition. That's what it was. It wasn't just the Secret Lair, it was the Ultimate Edition. This is cute. I mean, this they pitched for it and targeted themselves. Are they just soft conceding? Yeah, like the Bitter Blossom drop, right, is a perfect example. It had 4 tokens that had unique pieces of art, and then the Bitter Blossom, and that's one Secret Lair drop. Yeah, I still like this deck a lot. I'd need to look at like some of the other options for lands, some of the other options for cards in the main deck. Tireless Tracker never did anything particularly exciting, but sometimes it's just really good as a removal magnet. You need to play multiple leagues before you end up in a situation where Tracker is, you know, the one card that makes it through a slaughter. You need 1 Springleaf Drum for mana. I don't think that you do. This deck has more than enough mana sources. I really don't think that this deck needs a Springleaf Drum. Pithing Needle in the main deck doesn't seem to be necessary either because food decks are not high right now. You like Reclaimer? Yeah, I like the Reclaimer version too. I have that one loaded up still. And the one thing I don't like about this deck is that Chalice is so good in it, and that you're also a Reclaimer deck. So like you're playing the coward split of 3 Chalices, which is fine because Cavern of Souls. I know. You could play one Cavern of Souls in this deck, but none of the creatures overlap, so it's probably pretty sketchy, right? Like I don't know about that one, but definitely the Reclaimerless deck like is very, very functional. So if you don't want to buy into Reclaimer, plus you get to play a mana base that is cleaner because this deck doesn't actually play that many white cards. And in order to be able to support the Reclaimer properly, you have to play a bunch of planes for the caves or the flagstones of Trocaire, which is fine, but it does clunk up the deck a little bit. Although, as someone else was suggesting, then if you wanted to play Solitude in this deck, you probably could. But it doesn't really contribute to the plan. It's just like the best removal in the format. And there is definitely some appeal to being a Prismatic Ending Solitude deck, which has the like game plan of casting Solitude fairly regularly, but you just don't have enough cards to pitch to it. So, like, if you're putting in Solitude just to cast it, that's like not good enough. And you really don't want to play Ephemerate in your Chalice deck. So, I think this version actually does speak to me better. You do enjoy how good main deck Chalice is right now? Yeah, it's definitely a solid card. Anyway, it was a quality league. Let's play... That's an idea from Inverted Forest. Cut the red and play Brought Back. I mean, you still want to play Valakut, though, right? But what if you just played Brought Back in the deck anyway? Oh, then you can play Solitude. Yeah. Okay. But you're still going to want to play Valakut. But maybe Valakut is the only red source you play then. Inverted Forest was mentioning you could play this deck with Brought Backs. Yeah, let's see what that would look like. Well, no, but Tracker would be really good in that deck, right? Maybe unnecessary. Okay, so... I think for the moment you cut things like Blast Zone, Ghost Quarter. You can that now you're going all the way into the deck that was already built. So let me see if I can look that up, because that might be right up the alley of where we're looking at. Here, let me get this on the screen. Deck search, advanced search options, showdown of the Scalds. Format, modern. Ha. Challenge? Huh. So there's a Brought Back Showdown of the Scalds, Chalice of the Void, Saheeli combo deck. which seems like, you know, pretty sick. Not playing the Evoke. Oh no, it's playing Solitude. Man, this deck is super clean to look at. This is hysterical. And then here's Red-White Recruiter with brought back Ephemerate and Showdown of Skulls. So Showdown of Skulls, for those who do not know it, 4 mana. When it enters the battlefield, exile the top 4 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. And then on the second and third chapter, whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Which is just a crazy value play. Plus then on the turn where it goes away, you can bring it back. Yeah, maybe I want to play this now instead of Mord's deck that's going to break my brain again. This deck is some heresy, though. It's playing 2 Recruiter. But you're playing a 60-card deck, so it makes sense. 61. Well, I mean, someone is doing this, and this is not dissimilar from the deck we're playing here, right? It just has all the pitch elementals plus Ephemerate plus. So like this one's not a Chalice deck, and then this one is a Chalice deck. Expressive Iteration seems super sketchy in this deck to me. This is not a card I want to see in this deck list. It's fine. Like sometimes it's just like 2 mana, dig 3 cards, put 1 in your hand, and put 1 into exile that you never wanna see again. Because you're not gonna be able to play everything. But we'll get to this one at some point because this looks cool enough. Play land, draw a card. Well, that's yeah. I mean, that's fine, but that's also going to get you killed sometimes. Like that's what I'm talking about. Is like most of the best expressive iteration decks actually have enough cards to guarantee that they're going to be able to play a card that they get off of it if they don't hit a land. Whereas this one, it's like, if you don't hit a land, you are not playing anything on turn 3. Which is obviously not the end of the world. Yeah, it looks cleaner, but it looks really, really... Like, if you run into the wrong matchup, you're going to have a 0% chance to win it. If you run into a lot of the top of meta decks, you'll be fine. Which is, this went 5-2 in a challenge, which doesn't surprise me. Whereas this one was able to win a league because it's got, you know, Kiki in. Couldn't you play a pitch elemental off iteration? Oh, that is true. Is Dragon Master Outcast just a meme? I mean, it's not just a meme. Like it is a card you can tutor up for late game, you know, power and grind. And it's only 1 mana. So these decks occasionally get into a situation where you're like in the mid to late game and you just have a situation where like you can do stuff and you can play a recruiter, but you're only going to have 1 mana left over afterwards. Which obviously this requires you to have 6 or more lands. So it's like pretty specific. But then if you say recruiter plus Dragon Master Outcast and you can have brought back up or Ephemerate up to have your creature dodge. And then you get to your next upkeep and you get a 5/5 dragon token, which seems pretty good. I don't know, this seems pretty cool. But I think I want to play Mord's deck. But I did download it. So maybe we'll get to that tomorrow. Anyway, brought back lands. So if we wanted to do this... You wanted to cut the Wrenn and Sixes. And then you can play Reclaimer and Solitude. I agree it feels weird to cut Wrenn and Six. That was just like what someone wanted to do. Well, no, I mean, we still have to cut more cards to play the cards that people wanted to play. So we're not there yet. Like this is not even you're not even there yet on building the deck. So anyway, it would be a lot more work than I think I'm able to put in well at this moment. But tempted to go pure green white, no Reclaimer, no Valakut, Flagstones, Ghost Quarter, and try to kill them with Titania. Yeah, brought back Flagstones. No. I'm not saying you wouldn't play Reclaimer, but what I'm saying is like, I'm just saying you need to figure out how to balance all these packages. And like, I think if you're playing Reclaimer and Flagstones, you probably want to play Dryad and Valakut. I would. I think it's one of the best payoffs you can have for just like getting way too many lands into play. So I'm just not sure how you want to end up balancing all that. And then having access to red sideboard cards is not a bad thing. And then you're back at the point where it's like, well, why don't you just play a couple Wrenn and Sixes? Oh yeah, Flagstones definitely wants Reclaimer. I wouldn't play Flagstones without Reclaimer or Cleansing Wildfire or Boom Bust. The problem with Reclaimer is you play Flagstones and Ghost Quarter or Saga. No, I understand. Well, maybe this is maybe the deck we're talking about is at a point where it's not playing Saga anymore. Because we're not playing the Wrenn and Sixes now. But Mord was saying Saga plus Brought Back is something he really likes. So, I don't know. No, I haven't touched it yet, Smoochiolo. But I'll keep that percolating in the old brain box. Play Eladamri's Call and have a single Spring Bloom Druid? Is that the Harrow? Yeah. So that's getting way closer to green white Titan or green white Reclaimer as that deck was